This is Phil Robertson, the duck commander. He patented his first call in 1972. Son Willie's been hunting since he was old enough to carry a shotgun, while his brother Jase is considered the family's hardcore hunter. Then there's Phil's brother Cy, Benelli shooters all. The duck commanders are a family that hunts and lives together and puts out some of the finest duck calls made by hand. And it's the expertise and knowledge of duckman Phil Robertson in particular that's brought Benelli Steve McKelvain out of the pre-dawn hours to the duck commander's traditional hunting grounds in Monroe, Louisiana.
Well, I've had the opportunity to work with the Robertsons, Phil Robertson, Willie, and Jase, and the rest, but this is the first time I really got to hunt with Phil, and it's really something to be able to hunt with a living legend like Phil Robertson, the duck commander.
See there, put your little daub on the back of both of your hands. You see that right there? Mm-hmm. That's what a duck would see. That sun hit your hands. Now what's the difference? That's what they see.
Yeah.
So you just take that, a little soap and water knocks it off. Look at here. See right here? That's what they see. Look at that. Tell me that wouldn't save you some ducks. Mm-hmm. It's just that different. Buck deer, without it, you look up like that, he's gone. With it, you raise up, he'll raise his head, he'll look, he just go back to eat. Over and over and over. They identify a human being, ducks, deer, they identify the human being by their face. That's how they identify you. The reason we don't use masks, because duck calling and shotgunning, you turn your head, you know how to cover up, you turn your head a little bit and then mask pull over and then you ain't got but one eye or half of an eye. All them things are little things, but hey, at the end of the day, boy, you need all the advantage you got with these rascals.
Mm-hmm. The blind we hunted in was quite a piece of history. That's a 50-year-old blind, and Phil rebuilt it about 20 years ago, and it took him 10 years just to float the cypress trees that they use as floating ballast underneath the blind to keep it afloat, and as the water rises, it rises. But it took him 10 years to get those cypress trees all the way down the river. It's got a kitchen in there and a couple bunk beds, and Willie was cooking up some breakfast for us, and it would have been better had I not seen him actually making the breakfast with his hands as dirty as they were, but that was probably one of the best sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits I've ever had.
Duck Commander started 1972 by happenstance. That was the year I was born. So Dad has been building duck calls for over 30 years, and the beards came along, I think, from hunting every day and the cold weather. Now, when I started getting involved with Duck Commander, the beard was there on Dad, the hair was long, so I said, hey, I can do that, that one's easy. We are all in this together as a family. That's the neat part. Sometimes it can get a little difficult, but by and large, it's a neat deal.
It's like with a lot of other things. You got to start somewhere. Easy now, right here. He's looking at us. He's checking us out. He's checking us. Get ready, Mac. Kill that, Mac. Kill it. Kill it. Nice. Back, Vic. That was a good sign right there.
Peggy Sue, the lab. She was a fun dog to watch work. She obviously has had a lot of practice. She found every duck without a problem, and she really lives to hunt these birds. She is so excited and gets out there, and it was a pleasure to watch her work. Hey Phil, how many ducks you think Peggy Sue's brought back to you?
That dog had brought back a many of one of them. Thousands. Here, come on. Good dog, good dog.
Between Phil, Jase, and Cy, it was like music. I tell you, I've never heard such good calling in my life.
Easy, he's down, he's down. He's down, stay down now. Yeah. All right, cut him.
That's what I'm talking about.
Put a whooping on them ducks. Here, come on. Good dog, good dog. Get in your station there, get in your station. Get out there.
If you were a golfer at the tee with Jack Nicklaus, you'd ask him the secret of his swing. So Steve McKelvain, now sitting beside Phil Robertson, the duck calling world's equivalent of Nicklaus, asks him what his secret is and gets a one-word answer.
10.
10.
10. Say it again.
10.
All right, 10. Now, if you notice, when you say the word 10, your tongue, do it in slow motion, go 10.
10.
You notice that your tongue hits the roof of your mouth twice. Because if I don't go tick, 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 I lose my pressure. And if I don't raise my tongue up, it comes out. So I'm going. There's 2 taps. That's right, that's right, that's right, that's right, that's right. That's great, that's a feed call. Now you say I need to get about 5 notes out of this duck call doing the same thing. So you go from, that's just tit, 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 tit. It goes from that to, it's 5 little short 10s. And I'm accenting the first one. So just go 5 times, 10, 10, 10. Not bad. Always practice away from your wife. Which if she's in the bedroom, you're doing it back in there where she can't hear it, because if you do it in front of a woman, good, right? Something about the sound of a duck call all women hate. I don't know what it is.
Well, that certainly doesn't compare to the calling I heard this morning. Being in the blind with some of the best duck callers in the world, Phil Robertson, Jason Robertson, Cy Robertson. In this building behind me, this small little unassuming building behind me, they make almost 100,000 calls a year. What I find is fascinating is that out of those 100,000 calls that go out every year, Jase Robertson hand tunes and blows every call to make sure it's perfect before it goes out. Come on in, let's go take a look at it.
Well, the double reed call was, to my knowledge, Phil Robertson, my dad, was the first one to come out with a double reeded, riveted duck call. Some people say, you know, I like a single reed. But you're gonna get less squeal with a double reed. All ours are double reed. But most of the times, the single reed are ringers. So the first time I hear a duck do that, that's when I'll start blowing one. But this is a soft and loud call. You got portholes, put it back together. But somebody's got to test them, because every once in a while I'll get one, something in the reeds won't work. So we test them one by one, which is, a foreign concept to some people.
The Robertsons play hard and work hard, so there's no time to take off camo paint before testing calls.
People ask me what I do. I was born to hunt. Ever since I was 7 years old. If I couldn't hunt, I would go out and listen to ducks. I would take my duck call, I would hear them quack, I'd quack. I'd get home, we'd talk about what they sounded like, I'd blow the different duck calls. All my brothers, we'd get around and we'd call to each other, and we would try to imitate what we were hearing on the water. Then when I'd go hunting, we would try to sound exactly like ducks, work the ducks, get them in close, shoot our limits, come home, eat them. And that's what we did as a family. That's what I've been doing my whole life, 38 years. It's a tough life, but somebody's got to do it. Well, that'll wad them.
That'll wad them.
One right out here.
Huh?
One right there.
Get ready. Do it. That's a pretty good shot right there. May your aim always be true.
You know, these guys live and breathe duck hunting. If they're not hunting, they're getting ready to hunt. They're planting corn and millet and rice. They're clearing trees so it's better habitat for the ducks. And when they're not doing that, they're making duck calls or going around and talking to the consumer. I don't know anybody that is more of a duckaholic than these guys.
McKelvain, it's on like a chicken bone. It picked to happen right here. And McKelvain can say he was in on it. Come on, Peggy. Good dog, good dog. Get in there, get in there. What are you doing shaking on me for? Get out there.
Phil's been shooting a Benelli M2 field, and he looked over and saw the gun I had, and he said, "What's that?" And I said, "It's the new Cordoba."
Let me see that thing.
It's got a mod in it. I've got tighter chokes if you want to.
Oh, that thing got a feel to it, though. Good night. Does it ever? It is light on the end. It's got a real good feel to it, I'll tell you for sure.
Well, that was actually designed down in Cordoba, Argentina, where they hunt dove in high volumes. You know, they shoot 1,000 dove in the morning.
So somebody done shot this one, number 4 shot, looked like, up around in here. What is the scheme behind that?
Well, it just allows you to get on, keep your muzzle climb down.
Yeah.
So you can get a faster second shot.
Oh yeah, I got you. So your gun barrel doesn't jump as much.
Right.
I like it. What about the man standing next to you? That gonna be rougher on him?
Well, has it been, when I've been shooting, has it been too loud?
Not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to try that on the next bunch, see what happens.
That's great.
Good shooting side.
Well, these ducks are working in here right, Phil. Get ready, get ready. All right, let's get them back. All right. Backpack.
This black cloud we're shooting is doing a job, isn't it? Is that, now this is a special load that you put together with Federal?
After shooting ducks for 50 years, we sat down there with Federal, we talked it over. They got the cutting rings on them, bored, bigger wound channels. You need all the help you get with steel. But I told Federal, I said, boys, y'all got 2s and 4s. The perfect load in that black cloud, in my opinion, would be a 3. So they said, well, they got the engineers on it that now have black clouds as number 3 shot.
With your picture on the cover, right?
Well, they got my old mug in there, you know. What we got to lose. But I think they're going to be a good thing. Great for a waterfowler.
You know, I'm tired after 3 days of getting up early, and Phil's been doing this for 50 years and hunts every day of the season every year, and that's why we wanted them to use our guns. Guys who hunt that hardcore can really put a Benelli through its paces, and I'm glad that Phil has reported that the guns have been working very well for them. So it's a testament to both the Duck Commander and the Benelli.
There are few hunters as dedicated to a single type of game as the Duck Commanders. Steve McKelvain realizes that he has been privileged to join a unique group of hunters, linked by blood, but perhaps even more by passion.